Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet once again. My name is Jason and today we're back with some more Shadowrun Returns. Last time we basically chased Dr. Holmes through his, rather, we'll say creepy asylum, where, he gave the inmates were handed weapons for whatever reason, and we're basically chasing after him. So we cleared out this area last time, so this time we're going to actually board the elevator, which kind of resembles three lockers side by side to me. Oh no, I see it now. It's a big freight elevator type thing, and we're gonna chase him on to the next area. Speaking of the next area, it's labeled the Emerald City Ripper. Before you is a medical lab turned torture chamber. The smell of old blood and decayed flesh permeates the room. Gory stains speak of the body's fluids spilled without regard for well-being or hygiene. There are bodies, probably former patients, trapped in hideous machines, enduring horrific experiments. The subjects you can see all appear dead. Any that aren't must wish they were. You've chased Holmes to his lair. Just as his face reveals an ugly soul, so does his safe haven, it would seem. Holmes, Silas, the Emerald City Ripper. The elf is a monster beyond compare. It's time to end this. Alright, so we're taking on the Emerald City Ripper, apparently. The guy responsible for our friend's death. It's time to take him down. I can't wait for the scene to actually come in. That'd be great. There, thank you. It's amazing how we get that entire description of the area, yet we haven't even seen beyond the curtain yet. But as we can clearly see here, things, well, they already look kind of creepy. Now, we've got ley lines visible through the walls. And me being the idiot, I actually forgot to look up what those do. Give me a second. Alright, I figured it was the time to start being a little more professional and at least know somewhat about what I'm talking about. So basically, I looked up online and basically there are 3 grades of ley lines. I'm assuming that these are all fairly light, maybe small, tiny ley lines, or maybe they're medium, I have no idea. But basically there are 3 grades of ley lines. The smallest basically just gives you a small bonus to accuracy. I think it's like 5%. Yeah, I think it's like, it goes up by 5%. So 5% accuracy with your spells. And then the medium-sized ones, they give you a greater accuracy, even more than that. I think it's like 10. Plus you get a small boost to your damage and some special effects. So if something were to happen to, say, damage the enemy's action points, for instance, it would actually reduce their action points by even more. And basically, of course, the largest ley lines is basically just an amped up version of all that, but I believe the large ones also reduce your cooldown on your spells by a turn, so you can cast spells a little bit quicker. So ley lines are definitely beneficial to get on for spellcasters, except for the fact that a lot of them tend to be out in the open. So it's like I want to be behind cover, but the ley line's very nice to be on. But anyways, let's go ahead and it's going to take us 2 turns to just get into the room. So I'm going to take up cover behind this pillar, and we're probably going to meet up with Mr. Dr. Holmes. Another intercom cackles at your elbow. One solid blow would offer a few moments of blessed silence, but this is also a rare chance to get a word in on the good doctor, who greets you with more of his chirring laughter. You are a persistent one, a fine specimen indeed. We both know how this ends, so let's get to it already. Or how much longer are you gonna hide, Doc? Why don't we settle this face to face, friend? I'm not gonna call him friend. Actually, I like the top one. We both know how this ends, so let's get to it already. Patience, patience. We're not done here yet. Oh, yes, we are. I have one last examination to conduct. Pitzel. Wait. Pitzel? Subdue them. I'm guessing that's a henchman name. So we're gonna... Oh, you interrupted my movement. Okay. I'm gonna run in on this side here. And now we can kind of get a good view of the entire room. Now there's something on the ground. She can activate that sucker. We're gonna get her in right beside Alex. And look, it appears that we've got, let's see, what have we got here? We've got a surgeon, and we've got Pitzel. That's probably one of his tougher henchmen that we're gonna have to deal with. So let's just get our troops into the room and ready for combat. There's not a whole lot we're gonna be able to do on this first turn. I have a feeling we're gonna, this guy, our Decker's gonna get chewed up. Yep. Oh, and they miss! Hooray for cover! Alright, oh, I completely missed the spellcaster, who did a holy crap 24 damage! Alright, so our Decker guy took Portex took a staggering 24 damage. Luckily, the healing spell heals all of the damage from the most recent attack. So, I'm gonna go ahead and cast that on Portex, and then run Alex over to this ley line. And hopefully that will make her not die? Because she's kind of out in the open, right? Now, Shannon Halfsky has the lovely ability to, actually, where is her lovely ability? Where is your ability? Do I just click on it? Oh, she has to run over to it? Oh, because she has to get a little bit closer, okay. And we have raised up something called Pestilence, which is some big, bad, evil, I don't know if it's evil or what, but it's creepy looking. So we need to prioritize our targets. I know that the Hired Mage can do quite a bit of damage, obviously. We've seen what it can do, so I'm tempted to go ahead and have it attack the Mage. The Mage also happens to be the only ranged attacker in the room, so yes. And does 5 damage, but it also impacts their action points, so it brought down their action points by 1. I'm gonna have the Street Samurai run over here and get up close and personal. That's right, up close and personal with Mr. Pitazel. And see, let's see, 10 damage and -1 AP, however, it doesn't look like 10 damage did a whole lot. So, you just keep hacking away. Oh, and -2 action points. I'm not even sure if he's gonna be able to return any attacks. Alright, you open up on the Surgeon. Decent amount of damage, 14 damage, and you're gonna need to spend your next action reloading. Why did I not reload before coming up here? Why? Dang. Okay, so the big troll thing, I think it's a troll, has got, what, 3 actions per round? Because he basically had a 2 -1, or basically 2 minuses to his action points, and yet he's still able to do sort of damage and stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and use Acid Stream on the big guy, because the big guy seems to be a real problem. Hit him with the acid, which is going to, you know, give him damage. And it's going to give him the damage over time. And then, you know, why not Flamethrower the... Do we want to hit the Hired Mage, or... Yeah, the Surgeon's going to go down this round, probably due to, probably from Shannon or Portex himself. So I'm not worried about the Surgeon. This guy here, I'm pretty sure we can focus fire him down. He seems to be sort of occupied by our Street Samurai, which I'm probably going to need to heal. I need to heal her. So actually, you know what? I'm not going to go ahead and, oh, that's on cooldown. Let's give her some armor. We'll buff up our sort of Street Samurai, who's kind of playing, I guess for lack of a better term, sort of playing tank. Against this guy here, kind of preventing him from getting in closer to, say, like, Portex. So, Portex, why don't you finish off the Surgeon? Awesome. And, let's see, you've got a better chance of hitting the Mage than you do of hitting this guy, so I'll get Portex to open up fire on the Mage. Wow, Mage went down. Big monster thing. Let's give you a total of 4 actions. Please still be under control. Okay, it's still under our control. Awesome. And we're just gonna give it 3, or actually 4 turns. And this guy is totally going down. Yeah. So basically we're just gonna sit now it's just down to focus firing this one enemy, and I don't think he's gonna be able to provide much of a challenge, because it appears that he's sleeping through everything. Oh! Can't you do anything right, Pitazel, I gotta get that name right. So it appears that Dr. Holmes has decided to grace us with his presence. Which makes me wonder if I should have really used Pestilence as much as I did. Let's see, what are the chances of losing? 16%. Sure, whatever. Uh-oh, I think it got loose. It did, it got loose. Crap. Things just got very bad. I knew I should have just dismissed it. So basically what happens is, we pushed it too far. Shannon went ahead and she summoned this creature, but, you know, every turn there's a chance that it will break free of control and, you know, it'll just want to do its own thing. Because we tried to, we'll say, get too many action points out of it, and, you know, there was a high chance of it escaping, it broke free of Shannon's control and is now an enemy for us to deal with. Which really sucks, because now we have to deal with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal Iron Liz like I wanted to before. And now I need to, you know, Pitazel's gonna go down quicker. So we need to take down Pitazel. Pitazel? We're gonna take down the big guy. We're gonna, that's what I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna say we're taking down the big guy. Now Mind Wipe. Target ignores all enemies. I'm wondering if that might be a good idea to cast on this thing. But I don't have 2 action points, so never mind. We're just gonna go for straight damage. We're gonna flamethrower the big guy. And still not enough to take him down. I probably should have just hacked at him, and then I could have used Alex X to take someone else out. Alright, so he's been taken out. Is there any way for me to... No, I can't. I can't banish this thing anymore, because it is now on the loose. Oh, this sucks. Only 50% chance of hitting it, too. 51%. This is a tough enemy. I should have just let this thing go when I had the chance. Okay, so Shannon, I'm gonna get you back behind at least some partial cover, and I'm gonna get you to just sit there. Okay, that works. I've really gotta pay better attention to, say, the amount of action points remaining on my guys. So 9 points of damage does not appear to have done a whole lot. Another 14. And ow! Double ow! Alright, so I took 6 points of damage there. I don't want to be standing out in the open any longer. I do need to heal myself, but I can't. Well, aren't we in a fine pickle? I do have a medkit, right? Yes, I do. So I do have a medkit I can go ahead and heal myself with. But before I go ahead and do so, I feel like I should repay the favor. We'll hit Dr. Holmes with a nice acid splash type thing. And if I jump behind cover, actually, how much health do I have currently? Is there a way for me to check the exact amount, like the numerical value? Let's take a look. Hit points, I am at 29 out of 70. If I get behind cover and I don't take any further damage, I should be able to survive. So yeah, I'm gonna duck behind here. Yes, I'm not on the ley line, but it means that I'm going to be able to, I'll be able to get my med kit off on the next turn. And that's a good thing. So, now, this thing does not appear to want to really move. And I'm kind of scared what it would do if I brought her into sort of melee range with it. What is this? I don't know what that is. That's nothing, is it? No, it's not. It's nothing. All right. Wait, what is that? Let me click on that. Oh, I think I forgot about that. Isn't that like, I'm an idiot, I'm sorry. Isn't that like an Overwatch thing? So if something moves in front of your line of sight, you'll take it down? I think it is. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna get her to run in. That's kind of her job, is to run in and bonk things with her sword. Now, 44%, that's pretty terrible. Oh no! Is it because Liz is in front of it that it counts as having a partial cover? Yeah, because he has to make a careful shot to be able to hit it. Oh, this is one bad move after another, and he's out of ammo. Of course he is. Okay, well, I'm learning things here. I'm learning that, you know, other people can act as partial cover. Okay. Oh, yes! Yes, excellent. This is actually a good thing. It appears that he got this thing, because this thing is independent. It doesn't automatically switch over to the enemy's side. It just does what it wants to do. He attacked the creature, so now the creature's got its attention on him. So if I send Liz over to Dr. Holmes, I'm assuming the creature will continue to attack him. Yes, let's go with that. And she missed. I don't know how you did that, but you missed. Good job. We're gonna go ahead and use a med kit on ourselves. Heal ourselves. I probably should have used my healing spell first. Actually, I'll do it now. Alex is just gonna spend this turn sort of recovering. Just because of, you know, how much damage she took. We're gonna get Shannon to move up a little bit closer. Somewhere that she's gonna be maybe within line of sight with the doctor so that she can open fire on him. There we go. It's a really low percentage, you know, 38%, but, you know, she's known for her accuracy. Alright, so I'm gonna maybe get Portex to sort of circle around to the other side. He probably will not be able to attack him on this turn, however, there's some decent cover here, so he probably also won't take a hit either. And dang, 14 damage. Holy cow! This guy is tough. I should have thought about that. I'm like, I expect, you know, he's like this doctor guy, and I was expecting to sort of, you know, him to be a pushover. But then, you know, actually think about it, you're like, well, he is the Emerald City Ripper, so you would expect him to be at least, you know, somewhat competent at hurting people. I guess I'm just not thinking. I'm just not thinking. I'm being terrible at this. Now, I can't heal Liz here, so I'm going to at least try to put armor on her so she can, I don't know, reduce damage by a bit? Something? I don't know. Alright, so I know with Mana Bolt, she's just as inaccurate. Actually, no, she's a little bit more accurate with Mana Bolt. So now I'm trying to decide at this point, do I want to buff up Liz so that she can, you know, survive a bit better? Basically giving her an extra action. Will she be able to take down the doctor? Let me see. What's her chances of actually hitting the doctor? 87%. But she's lost an action point because of some status effect. So, if we give her an extra action point, perhaps she can actually do some damage. And she's got a much higher chance of hitting. So yes, she's got a much higher chance of hitting. And for that reason there, we've gone ahead and we've sort of buffed her up a bit. She does need healing though. And I've already gone ahead and used my healing. I don't want her going down, which is, it's a very big possibility. So, alright. So we hit him, dropped his AP by 1, and we're gonna have to use the basic med kit to get a little bit more health back because things are not going well. I'm gonna have Portex run right up behind the doctor and unload into his back. Which, doing a total of 18 damage plus the 6 damage from the acid over time. He's gotta be low. Yes! And the spirit takes him down. Alright, so let's go ahead and step on this ley line and fry this sucker. Let's take it down, and then that will end things. Once we take this thing down, it should end. Now it's got 44% chance of hitting. 71 with Mana Bolt. Let's do that. And of course she misses. Shannon, can you hit anything? Yeah, her strengths are definitely not in combat, and evidently this thing is just really hard to hit. There we go. It has been banished to the netherworld from which it came, if that makes any sense. Alright, so I kind of like this. Now we're at a point where the game is no longer in, we'll say, combat mode. Now we can go ahead and, you know, investigate things and talk and not have this constant combat music anymore. It's gone back to down to low key. Holmes drops to the ground, the light in his eyes fading fast, but something keeps the shriveled husk of his soul stuck to this mortal coil for a few moments more. This is a place of broken things. I remake them. She asked me to remake her. That sounds really overacted. I'm not going to do that again. He manages one more laugh, his glazed eyes rolling toward a workbench toward the way, or across the way rather. She was playing both of us. Okay. Ah, the old twisteroo, where action points upgraded. Plus 1 action point. Your experience has increased your ability to operate in dangerous situations. Then with a final bloody whimper, the Emerald City Ripper breathes his last. Okay, so we now have an extra action point, and he died, and I believe we also got some karma, which will allow us to level up. which we will do momentarily. We will do shortly. Right now, I am interested in exploring the areas here and just sort of, looking around, seeing if there's anything to, loot or find or anything like that. I don't think there is. It appears like most of this is just sort of cosmetic. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We want to find Dr. Holmes' motives, because evidently they went ahead and they threw a twist at us that someone else was pulling the strings. Holmes' workbench falls somewhere between coroner's slab and medieval torture device. It is decorated in the many colors of death and littered with the instruments of that trade. On one side there is a leather-bound journal stuffed with uneven pages. To the other is a poxsec. Its small screen still glowing. I'm guessing a poxsec is like a computer of some sort? Beneath the bench is a rolled sheaf of papers held closed with a tied length of surgical tubing. Alright, well let's investigate the workspace. The bench has clearly played host to numerous bodies over its lifetime. It includes limb restraints, as well as skeletal traction mechanisms. At this table, Holmes likely dismembered bodies, or quite possibly put them back together. The tackiness of the blood suggests it has been used relatively recently. Lovely! Let's skim the journal and see what kind of twisted things were inside the good doctor's brain. Leafing through the pages, you find few intelligible entries. I'm like, new? Okay. Holmes may not have been a real doctor, but his handwriting certainly fits the stereotype. Stuffed in the last few pages is a copy of a disinterment order from a local cemetery, with the grave's occupant marked as Melinda Watts. That should sound familiar, shouldn't it? Weren't we sent on this whole, we'll say, adventure, just to find the killer for Sam Watts? Interesting, so we got another tie here, and if I recall correctly, didn't we find a picture in his bunk about him, of him and his sister? Interesting, this is definitely taking a bit of a twist. Let's access the pocket secretary, which is the poxsec. Actually, what I was gonna guess, I'm like, does that mean pocket secretary? I was right, gotta catch them all. That was a terrible joke, but somehow it still makes sense. Holmes is still logged in, granting you access to his currently loaded files. Prominent among them is a hospital report from a donor program. It lists the organs beside the names and vital statistics of the recipients. Your eye catches Sam Watt's name because the entry for liver. Beside the entry for liver. Also on the list are the Ripper's other known victims, along with several others who may have shared in the same fate. Okay, so basically we've got a list of donors to somebody, or from somebody, yeah, a list of donors from somebody, and he was likely, he was a repo man. He was repossessing all of the organs from the people who had gotten, the transplants. There we go. There's also a large sum of new yen which can easily be transferred to your account. Sure, because that can't be traced at all. You know, if that kind of stuff can be traced in today's world, why can't it be in the world of Shadowrun, where corporations run everything? Why can't that be traced in their world? I'm sure there's something in like one of the rule books or some of the actual lore that explains how Shadowrunners can stay on the down low while still transferring money and stuff. Anyways, examine the rolled sheet of paper. Unfurling the large sheet of paper, you discover a diagram of the human female form, rendered to an impressive level of detail. It appears to be the blueprint for making Holmes' very own monster. Leave the workbench. So was that it? Yep, that was our objective. So now we need to locate an exit. Gee, I wonder what this might be. I think that might just be an exit. Now before we go ahead and exit through that door, I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, that's not an exit. There's something else back here. I want to go ahead and maybe do my leveling up. Oh, there's people here. Hello, people. How are you doing? His chip slot is still fresh, the open wound pink and wet and lurid. I don't know what that word means. His voice drips innuendo, but his eyes say nobody's home. I don't know what you're trying to say. I get maybe it's trying to be fancy writing. It just didn't work for me, sorry. Well, hello there. Did you come to play? Oh. No thanks, I just want to know what's going on. I'm not in the mood for games, or are you okay? How long have you been here? No thanks, I just want to know what's going on. Forget him. Okay, so it's the female Bunraku. I don't know what a Bunraku is, but okay. Forget him. I'll tell you anything you want. I'll do anything you want. I'll be your little playmate. By your name. So evidently these people are, I guess we'll say reprogrammed to be, playthings? And, you know, the variable for buyer name hadn't been filled in yet, so she just used buyer name as the general variable name. She's assembled in a standard config. Face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. You'd need some thick beer goggles to miss the work she's had done. I see. Okay, well, you know what? It's been grand. It's been great talking to you. We're gonna get out of here. And we picked up a Personifix chip wiper. Oh! What happens if we wipe the chips? Do we kill them? Do they die? Let's try it. Use the chip eraser on the Bunraku. If we erase Holmes' programming, does that wipe away their original personalities and lives, or does it just get rid of their programming? We read about that, I believe, in the last episode. Okay, let's go ahead and erase Holmes' programming. I hope they don't die from this. His eyes focus on his hand, raises slowly to touch his head wound. The fingers come away wet and sticky. Panic twitches at the corners of his mouth as he surveys the room. First you, then the girl, then down to his own body, which is no longer his. I have a feeling this is gonna go very badly. Sweet Jesus! What did he do? What am I? He begins weeping, his body racked in great, inconsolable, heaving sobs. I really feel bad for the guy. Can you imagine that? Just, you know, one day just waking up and, like, you're in a strange room, practically naked, with tons of work, like, you're not even in your own body anymore. I don't know, that would just be so mentally destroying. Alright, well, we're done here. I'm so sorry, people, but I figured it better to give them their lives back and a chance to recover than to leave them as these slaves. I don't know. I'll let them choose their own fate from here. But we've got 16 points of karma, which is actually a whole lot. We can do a lot with that. We can go ahead and put another point into body. We could boost up our willpower. Let's see, where's our willpower? Right up here. And we could continue actually, we could put another point into spellcasting too. Let's see, the chance to hit with certain spells, increasing the skill unlocks special abilities, which we wouldn't be getting anyways. So, since we do have points for that are, you know, we do have a point count that's high enough to increase body and intelligence. I think that's what we're, sorry, not intelligence, willpower. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and put 1 point into willpower, and we're gonna also go ahead and put 1 point into body, or 8 points rather. So we're gonna increase our body by 1 and our willpower by 1, and that will make us a little bit more effective of a spellcaster. Yeah, I think I'm going to just focus on those two. Really, we'll say beef those up. We've only got really, we'll say, 1 more increase in both those categories, plus, and then of course the spellcasting itself. And then after that, maybe I'll spend it on other things like charisma and stuff. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. But for now, this kind of fulfills what my original vision was to be kind of more of it like a tanky mage. All right, let's head on through the door. And oh, it leads to another part of the building. Okay, I thought we were done. I thought it was gonna just, okay, you beat the boss. Now you can get out of the dungeon. Ah, there we go. That's the way out. That's gonna lead us back. All right. You know what, guys? I am out of time for today, unfortunately. It's probably a bit short of an episode. And next time, we're probably going to head back to the Seamstresses Union, and we're probably going to want to continue searching for clues as to maybe who the real puppet master was behind all this. So, if you like the content and would like to see more, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I'd like to ask you all to game on.